I'm Anne-Marie Houghtailing, and today I want to talk about relationships. If you've ever taken a sales class, and God knows we all have because we're all trying to figure out how to create a dollar out of thin air, somebody along the way said something to you like, "It's all about relationships." And it sounds great, but here's the deal. Not everybody knows how to actually build a relationship. And I'm not even just talking about the sales process, which by the way is incredibly important. But here's the other piece that's really important about relationships, is how do you navigate them when they're really difficult? Whether they're clients or inside of your organization, how do you actually manage people? So I just want to talk to you today about a few things that I think will make relationships a little bit easier for you and help you connect with people in a more meaningful way. Let's be honest, some people you're just not going to like, and they're not going to like you either, and that's okay. But really the goal is to figure out how to work with people and find your people. Now, when it comes to clients, I just personally don't want to work with anybody who's a jackass. That's just me. So I'm very careful in selecting who I work with, and I work with people I really enjoy, and they work with me because they want to work with me and they enjoy me, so it's perfect. But when you're working in an organization, or sometimes you have a really large client that you haven't been able to let go of, you've got to manage this sort of difficult piece, right? So I'm going to talk about a couple things today. First, building brand new relationships. When you're building brand new relationships, one of the things I really want to sort of impart to you is think of everyone in a way that it's like, what can I do for you? That's where you're coming from, right? When you go to a networking event, when you meet somebody for the first time, or you see somebody who's got a lot of influence, people have this weird tendency to see them as like a dollar sign with a body. And I really want you to resist that. I want you to change that perspective, because if you do, if you start trying to figure out, listen, what can I do for this person? How can I make this person faster, smarter, better? Who can I connect them to? What resource can I offer them? Then what's going to happen is it increases your social capital and it creates meaningful connection. That's the other thing. That's how you build trust with people. You're not connecting with people to get something. You try to find sort of some, common ground that you can make meaningful connection with. That's how you build brand new relationships. Whether you're at a networking event, whether somebody reaches out to you on LinkedIn, really think about, what do I want this person to feel about me when they walk away? I'm very conscious of that. And my goal is always, I want every interaction with somebody, whether I'm doing a training or a speaking engagement, whether the person is watching this video, that you're a little bit better for having known me. That's my goal with every relationship. Now let's talk a little bit about these difficult relationships, which get a little more complicated. When you're managing difficult relationships, there are a couple of rules I tell people. Number one, take nothing personally, even when it is. Listen, I've been in some very intense situations with people over the course of my career who were frankly crazy, some of them. But here's what I learned. I learned that it wasn't really about me. And when I could extract myself from that and I could really just treat it as behavior and I was uncharged and unemotional, I could address things in a way that leveled the playing field, that also lowered their anxiety. And that's really the goal. You're trying to lower their anxiety. The other thing is, don't allow anyone to be abusive to you. I can't say enough about this. Just because somebody is difficult doesn't mean they get to disrespect you or treat you poorly. I don't care how powerful they are. And I've never allowed anyone to do that to me, and I've never regretted it. And if that means I have to walk away from a client or a large opportunity, I'm more than happy to do it, because that price tag is much too high, my friend. And so if you get into any engagement with somebody who you just feel is really disrespectful to you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to say, if you don't mind, I'm going to stop you for just a minute. And I understand you're upset. I understand that you're frustrated right now, but I need you to speak to me differently, because we can't proceed unless you do that. If we don't sort of have this mutual respect, there's nowhere for us to go, all right? And if you're able to do that, here's the deal. At the end of the day, you have all the power, because nobody is actually manipulating you. Nobody is actually getting a reaction to you. I bring up this whole issue of relationships today because I see that people are constantly emailing me and asking me questions about a potential conflict in the workplace with a potential client, or if you're an entrepreneur, some strategic alliance that's going sideways. Choose people very, very carefully. Try to strip emotion out of the equation. Do your best to always take the high road because, honey, the low road is always filled with traffic. And if you do all of those things, you'll be able to have more meaningful relationships that's going to grow your business and also just help you to live a much better and happier life. So go and do that, and that will help you live your decadent dream.